I wish someone would come up to me, seeing me wear a Nirvana shirt and tell me to name 5 songs and say I can't name Smells Like Teen Spirit. Girl, I'm naming Smells Like Teen Spirit, and what are you gonna do about it? The fight for being niche and how like it kind of makes no one niche because everyone is trying to be niche by doing the same things, and y'all are just turning into like bullies. Like literally everything is just becoming too serious and too weird to where it's like, oh, if you're doing this you're performative, if you're doing this you're not performative. And it's like, how are you gonna tell me that I don't actually like what I tell you I like? How are you gonna tell me that I'm doing this and it's not real, but when you do it it's real? Like, what's the difference? And honestly, let's start from the very beginning. I see this a lot in fandoms and fan bases where they don't feel like they could share their artists, their favorite artists, with other people, and they want to be part of this exclusive community so freaking bad that they end up alienating people on the outside. Oh, like you listen to this music but you don't listen to it like I do. Like, girl, bye. And honestly, if you like Frank Ocean, Steve Lacy, or Daniel Caesar, like tell me about these 3 men. I'll tell, like, ask me about them. Actually ask me about these 3 men, I'll tell you, because I'm in all these fan bases and it's like I see how weird y'all get. Like, truly, that's the best way to describe it. I see how weird y'all get because it's not enough to listen to their entire discography. No, like it's not enough to listen to everything that's on Spotify. No. Do you know the unreleased though? Oh, what's your favorite Daniel Caesar song? Toronto 2014. Oh, you don't know though. Do you know about the song he made when he was 12 years old that I found on a CD on? Like, girl, bye. Like, honestly, just enjoy the music and leave it at that. Y'all want to be niche so freaking bad, and it's like I don't even know who you're trying to prove this stuff for. Honestly, it's better when you like something and more people like it because you end up funding the artist more and they can make like better quality stuff because they have more money, and then it's easier for you to relate with people and see people who like have similar interests as you because more people know the artist or more people enjoy the thing that you like. Like, do y'all not like having fun? Do y'all not like having fun? Do y'all not like just vibing? Like, genuinely, I don't think it needs to be such a big gatekeep exclusivity thing with every single thing that is mainstream or popular. You see people trying so hard to be niche to where they hate on things that they genuinely like. Like, they hate on things not that they genuinely like, but things that aren't that bad, like things that they're just like, oh, like this is cool. They'll go out of their way to act like they hate this thing just to be part of a group, like just to, honestly, I think it's for attention, like genuinely just to be antithetical. You don't know what I mean? They're just trying to be opposite of like most people, because if most people like something and then you don't like it, you kind of like are part of a very slim community. Like, there's this type of exclusivity with being in part of a group that's not the majority, and I feel like that's what everyone is trying to do with their favorite interests and stuff, and it's getting scary. It's getting very weird, honestly. This whole proving Olympics, cleanliness Olympic, like, I don't know, it's like the more and more society evolves and like there's the aesthetification of every single thing you like there's a Pinterest board, there's a, you know, TikTok, there's a certain group community that you could be, there's a Discord chat for you. Like, if you like anything, there's probably like a Discord group for you, there's probably like a subreddit for you. There's probably like a subreddit for you. Creates all these like points of entry where it's like you have to know this, know that, and know this, like just to be part of this group. It's not enough for you to just like one song. You have to have listened to their entire discography, bought at least one vinyl, gone to at least one concert, and it's like, who am I proving this to? Like, who is you though? Oh, who is you? Like, let people drink their coffee if you want. And yes, I'm bringing it back to matcha, because at the end of the day, at first drinking matcha instead of coffee made you niche, but now it's gone mainstream, and now if you drink matcha, it's like, oh, you're lame. I don't drink matcha. I drink, I don't know, lavender tea or something. Like, actually, I saw that. I saw someone make lavender tea instead of like matcha. She was like hating on the matcha girlies, and I'm just like, who is this for? Who is this for? Like, genuinely. Can I admit that, yes, I love matcha? Like, yeah, I mean, love is a stretch. I do like it though, you know. Like, it's just things that like so many people like that like I feel like you guys are trying to hate on. Not you guys, of course, but people are trying to hate on things that a lot of people like, because it's like you just want attention and want to feel special. That's almost how it feels like to me. I don't know if it could be like maybe a deeper issue, but I've just like observed it a lot, and I think it makes us actually more divided, because I see a lot of video essays and just like think pieces on people saying, oh, bring back third spaces, we need like third spaces, like tweens. The tween section of age growing up is dead, because it's like either you're a kid and you're shopping at freaking, where do kids shop? I don't know, but either you're a kid and you're shopping in the kids section, or you're an adult and you're shopping in the adult section. No makeup to a full beat. Basically that's the best analogy I could think of. There's no in between to where you're like experimenting and you have a crazy eyebrow phase and you're wearing like your parents are buying you like play makeup, you know, the makeup that is not really pigmented, it's not really expensive, like just Dollar Tree or like TJ Maxx, like little makeup things. We've lost that, and I see a lot of people mourning that death because it's like there needs to be a tween category, there needs to be a little in between, or they need to be like third spaces because it's like either you're at work or you're sleeping at home, you know. And the only third space that people have these days is kind of like parasocial, because it's like whenever I want to unwind, whenever I want to just do something that has nothing to do with work or sleeping, people usually get on their phones. But before, there used to be like actual physical places where people would get together, and it's like, this is not work, this is not school, this is kind of for leisure, and we're losing that. A reason that I think we're losing like third spaces and things that are truly important like that is because there's such a high barrier to entry whenever you want to be part of a certain group. Whenever you want to be part of a certain group, like guys, I remember when I first started watching anime, oh my goodness, I think that was one of the like hardest communities for me to join, because first off, I started watching anime like maybe 2019, 2019, you know, yeah, pandemic time. And at the time, I didn't really know many girls who watched anime, but for like my sister, I didn't really know many girls who watched it. So there would be like a lot of guys in my classes in high school that I would be like, oh, not in high school, I was in middle school, but like there would be a lot of guys in my classes that watched anime and talked about it. And every time I would try to join a conversation, it's like, oh, what do you know? Like it'd be like, oh, you like Attack on Titans? Name every single character. In fact, name Isayama's like entire family, entire bloodline now in 2 sets, like start, you know. It was just so hard for me to join, like it was genuinely so hard for me to join. And at the time, I had only watched like a few anime, so I didn't really consider myself, I'm like, oh, like I don't really know. Then there were people who were into it since like DBZ times, you know. I'm talking about 2013, maybe early 2000s, and they're like, oh, all of a sudden y'all like anime when y'all were hating on us for years for liking anime, which is like, okay, like I understand you being mad, like I wouldn't like that either, but isn't this a good thing? Isn't this a good thing that more people like anime? That means there's more like funding for it, so there's more mangas that are gonna be turned into anime, so we all win. Oh my god. Why does this happen every video? So we all win, we all eat, there's more animes, and there's more merch, more conventions and everything, right? So why do I gotta name like every single character to show that I watched something? Why do I have to name every single character in Hunter x Hunter just because I like the show, you know? So like, I don't like that. I think it just makes things difficult for no reason. This is literally blowing me. But anyways, anime, community, society, whatever, was really hard for me to tap into. It was really hard, especially since I was like part of that big wave of people who just started watching it like 2019. Like I wasn't true to it, I was just new to it, you know. But I was leading up to being true to it, but it was just hard for me to like talk about anime with a lot of other people, because they would always like quiz you and do different things, and I'm like, why are you doing all this? And speaking of the anime community, I have to talk about like comic cons and conventions. Going to a convention, like ironically, I've been to like a Renaissance fair and one like convention before, and it's super chill. I feel like people are hella parasocial on the internet and like try to make it seem like, oh, you can't do this, there are all these rules and regulations. Like Twitter, you know, Twitter, the hellfire that it is, it seems like there's so many rules and regulations to join any type of like group or any type of fandom. But when you go to a convention or anything in real life, you realize there's real people, like these are real chill people. I've never been to anything like and not absolutely been welcomed with warm, like I've never not been welcomed with open arms. And I've watched a lot of like other YouTube videos like Vanilla Mace and Slushy Noob's videos. I think Vanilla went whenever she was a little bit like bigger, so there were some people who knew her from like TikTok and stuff because she had like already blown up a little bit. But Slushy Noobs, I watched theirs when I think that was the first video I had literally ever watched of them, and like some people did recognize them in the video, but like for the most part it was just chill. And most people it seemed like they were welcomed with open arms, super cool, super chill. I haven't really seen anyone talk too crazy about like comic cons or anything. If you've had any crazy, scary, or like just really mean experiences, let me know. But I genuinely feel like all these rules and regulations kind of are just online. Like, they don't really apply in person like that. Like, people are hella in their phones, like keyboard warriors for real, because in person a lot of people are super chill and just want more people in their event. Like, wherever I went, I live in Arkansas, so I guess it's not really like a major city. Like, definitely not. Like, it's not a major state, not a major state, not a major city, but you know, it's not. I feel like the culture here and how welcoming people were at the conventions or Renaissance fairs. Oh, for my first ever Renaissance festival, guys, like, I went for the pirate theme day, and I had so much fun. Everyone was so nice, and I thought it would just be very weird for me because, like, I didn't really know anything to do. First off, it was in the woods, which was already made me apprehensive. I went with my sister, thank goodness. Like, I'm so grateful for her being there, because genuinely, I don't know if I can have it. Like, genuinely, I don't know if I would have been able to do that by myself, like, genuinely. So whenever we went and it was like in the woods, or like, oh, this is crazy, I was kind of scared because I literally got invited. Like, my school had like a career fair or like a clubs fair, like you're supposed to sign up for different clubs and stuff, and there were some like businesses that came to like advertise different things. Like, I know Little Caesars was like giving pizza away, and there was like just like different things, businesses that were giving some stuff away. So I went to this like booth, and he was like, hey, like, do you want to come to a Renaissance festival? And I was like, never heard of that. Like, genuinely, I was like, never heard of that, but sure, why not? And he gave me this little like token coin, and it had like a whole bunch of info in it, and and he's like, oh, like, you get a free ticket to come. And I was like, oh, okay, like, why not? And I just went, and I had so much fun, and that was last year. I think I'm gonna go to another one this year. Like, this year there's a lot more like themes. There's a lot of different themes. There's like the pirates again, but then there's also like a gothic night. I know there was a gothic night last year, but I couldn't go because like I had an exam, whatever. And I also really wanted to go for my birthday. So last year I went the weekend of my birthday, which is like September 27, 28, and it happened to be like pirate themed. Of course, I dressed as the cuntiest, like literally just dressed as the best looking pirate ever. Me and my sister, we both looked like absolutely stunning. And this year, the weekend of my birthday, it's Viking themed, which I don't know how I feel about that. I wasn't expecting to be like, I wasn't considering being a Viking anytime soon. Like, not even for Halloween. Like, I don't know, but I didn't even really think of my Halloween costume this year. So it's like, I guess like I guess I could do Viking tees. Like, do y'all think like, genuinely, whatever I choose to do, I know I'm gonna eat it up. So it's just a matter of what I'm gonna choose to do. I don't know, but all I know is I had a lot of fun last time, and it didn't feel like people were like gatekeeping it, or like there had been people who had been going to Renaissance fairs for years, and they would talk to me just like everyone else, and you know, just by having conversation, they'd be like, oh, like, did you go to the like, there were some people who literally came from out of state. Like, they literally came. I thought I was doing a lot because my sister and we drove like 3 hours to go, but no, some people were from like different states. Like, this is what they do, and they treated me with just as much kindness and just as much like welcome, like, hey, welcome to our little community. Like, where we dress up, and you know, there's like different levels of it. And I was like, oh, like, this is my first time, and people were like, oh my god, like, let me show you around. So all this parasocial you have to before you could join the community. This is internet. Like, this is not in person. Like, this is not real. On that note, there was another like sub community that I wanted to talk about: the alternative girls. Yeah, the alternative girls. I feel like with being alternative, there's so much unnecessary pressure. Like, especially let me talk about the subculture I know about most, which is goth. I understand people upholding the values that like the subculture was founded on, but it gets to a point. Genuinely gets to a point. I felt like being goth was just listening to the music and maybe like morally aligning yourself with some of the like political beliefs. I don't think you have to align yourself with every single political belief that the like goth founders, like one of the pioneers of the subcultures, like did just to be goth. Like I genuinely don't think it has to be that deep. There are so many people who think being alternative you have to like present yourself in a certain way, or like not doing this doesn't make you alternative enough, or like micro bangs, like oh you have to have micro bangs and wear thick eyeliner or else you're not goth, which is simply not true. You could listen to the music and just be goth. Like I think inherently that's what the definition of goth is. Like correct me if I'm wrong, but I genuinely think it's about like listening to the music, and if you like listen to the music you're basically goth. Like you don't have to present yourself in any different ways. I understand whenever, I feel like it's weird whenever people like don't agree with anything in the subculture but maybe the music, but usually whenever people listen to the music it kind of aligns with their political, like I don't know though, I don't know. All I know is I don't really like how you have to like have micro bangs in a certain way to be considered like alternative, especially for like alternative girls. I feel like the threshold to be considered like emo or something for girls in the alt community is a lot higher than for guys. Like a guy could just maybe have a dermal piercing and it's like, oh he's a little bit alt, he's a little bit emo. Like a guy could just have a septum piercing, it's like oh he's emo. But for girls it's like you have to kind of change your entire, like you really have to be intentional about this, change your entire aesthetic. Okay, this is editing Rose. I feel like I didn't properly like convey the idea that I really wanted to convey, so here's what I meant. I understand that being alternative is inherently dressing different, like it's dressing unconventionally, and I can see why girls who actually dress like unconventionally and get made fun of for it or get judged for it might be, you know, angry whenever people who are really not dressing that different, like you're really dressing conventionally, call themselves alternative. That I get. But I made this comparison with like male, like alternative men versus alternative women, because I feel like a lot of the time with the policing and not letting people enjoy stuff, there's like a higher threshold and like so much pressure put more on like girls to be considered alternative. Like you can't just do one thing, you can't just do your makeup in a certain way or wear your hair in a certain way. No, you have to do your hair like this extreme, or you have to do your makeup this extreme, or because they'll be quick. They'll be so quick to take that alternative label back from you and be like, no, you're not alternative. You're just a like normie, or you're just like basic. So yeah, like, and I don't see it as much. I don't see women do it as much to like men in the alternative community, and I don't see men do it as much to each other in the alternative community. And that's my gripe, because I'm like, I mean, being alternative is also a spectrum, and let people live, let people breathe. You know, maybe today I didn't have time to do my hair, makeup, and like what else, and outfit to be emo. Like maybe I just had time to do my makeup, maybe I just had time to do my hair, you know, or maybe like I just want to go look basic today, you know. I don't think that takes away from you being alternative, whether it's hair, makeup, nails, clothes, which usually I feel like it naturally comes, like it comes naturally. But I've seen so many times where a girl will post like an emo song, like it could be like a corn song or like a Slipknot song, and she doesn't look like what you would think a traditional like alternative girl would look like, and it's just so much hate. I made this video of me trying like trad goth makeup, which so many people had like problems and issues with, whether it's like me being black wearing trad goth makeup, or me using a Slipknot song. I think I used like a corn song, I don't know, but I don't remember. All I know is I used like one of the two, like Slipknot or corn, and people were like, that's not a goth song. Oh, if you're truly goth, why do you have pink blind? You're not truly goth, what the hell? Poser. And I'm like, literally me when I just try a makeup look. Literally. If I want to like dress the way I want to dress, like that's okay. Like I'm not trying to pose anything. I'm not trying to pose a ting. I'm not trying to pose a ting. Maybe I just put that song over my Instagram picture because that matched the vibe. Have y'all ever heard of curating a vibe? No, for real, like though, have y'all ever heard of curating a vibe? Like let me know. If y'all have, let me know, because it's not looking like it. It's genuinely not. And I feel like this whole poser thing, it's like gotten out of hand. Like I wish someone would come up to me, see me wear a Nirvana shirt and tell me to name 5 songs and say I can't name Smells Like Teen Spirit. Girl, I'm naming Smells Like Teen Spirit, and what are you gonna do about it? Let people live. Nirvana's not gonna cut you a check for being insufferable. Like genuinely. See it a lot with like joining the alternative community. not just goth people, but also gyaru. Ooh, gyaru is another bag that I know it's hard to get into. You really have to do the makeup and go maxima, like you really have to do the makeup and go like go hard with it, because even if you do like a subtle gyaru, I feel like a subtle gyaru is real. I said that once and people were like, there's no such thing as subtle gyaru. But no, like I genuinely think, I feel like there's a subtle version of every aesthetic, every makeup look. Like I don't know, like like what if you just don't feel like wearing 25mm lashes? So I'm not like I could do like a slight droop under my eye. Like it don't gotta be the entire, like I don't know. I think it's all up to preference, but genuinely I haven't seen a single person do like recreating gyaru makeup or like trying to do gyaru and people are not like, oh, it's not gyaru in the comment section. Like I haven't seen a single person do it and it's like, oh, that's not gyaru, oh, that's not, like I've never seen a fully accepting gyaru makeup comment section. Even the girls who've been in it, like even the girls who are not new to this, they're obviously true to it. I still see people commenting and they're like, oh, that's not gyaru enough, that's not this, that's like more harajuku than gyaru. And I'm just like, hey guys, like let's let people live, genuinely, because sometimes people don't even like call themselves a certain aesthetic. They just show up as themselves. Like they say, come as you are. They literally just show up as themselves and curate, like they've curated their life to whatever they chose, and people try to box them in a certain thing, and when they see they don't fit in that box, they try to like police them and be like, oh, you're a poser, or you're performative, or you're trying to be this but you're not that. But it's like, I never said I was this though. Like I never said I was that. Even when I posted that video of me doing the trad got makeup, or just for a while on the internet, a lot of people just assumed I was goth because of like the way I dressed and everything, and I was like, no, I never said I was goth, but I do like dark color. I do like these dark colors. I do love a deep red and a black though. Like that's all I could say. But yeah, it's gotten to a point where it's like people are not allowed to like enjoy normal things, and it's getting really concerning. It's getting very scary. Coquette community is another one. Coquette community will run you mad, like genuinely. If you try to join the coquette community, you do everything but run mad. I think that's where they draw the line, because there's so many like rules and regulations that I haven't seen anyone who's been in it stay in it for a long time. Like whenever I see a creator, like a new coquette like creator popping off, give her like 2 years max. 2 years maximum. She's gonna be done. She's gonna be on to bigger and better things, because it's just like the rules keep changing, and it's like, so the rules are so unhealthy to the girls as well, like especially with the whole like ED, like eating disorders, and like weight checks, and just like all these things are genuinely not healthy and should not be promoted in any way, shape, or form. So it's like hard for you, of course it's gonna be hard for you to just get into that aesthetic. And I just hate the idea of like feeling like someone can't dress a certain way or like be a part of a certain aesthetic if they're not like a certain weight, or if they're not like if their skin is not like a certain shade. Like I feel like that's a very dangerous like rhetoric to push, especially to young girls, because it's a lot of these aesthetics, you have to think of the times when you were really like experimenting, like the times where you didn't know tea about tea. You know, you didn't know anything about anything. How old were you? Because I guarantee you weren't 40 though. Like you probably weren't 50 though. Like I mean, yeah, like some people probably wear like 50 trying different things, but usually it's like middle school, it's like young impressionable kids, like it's literally the kids. Like it gets dangerous, it gets discouraging, and it's just like kind of sad, because it's like, you know who the majority of people who are trying to adopt this aesthetic and might not know all the politics and ethics about it? It's the kids. So let the kids, like, let them be, and just let them go through their canon events and mess up if they want. Because honestly, the longer you stay in an aesthetic, if you genuinely like the way like this set of people like dress and how they look, the longer you try to emulate that, there's literally no way you're not gonna like learn more about that aesthetic, or learn more about these people and the ethics and the politics. Like you're gonna learn. Like if you really want to be, let's say, goth, and you research so many things about the outfits and what they dress and you're gonna find out like, oh, you need to listen to the music, so oh, you need to, this is what they believe, oh, like, you know, So it's like kind of inevitable, but you need to give it time, and you also need to give people the welcome. Like, you kind of need to like invite people into that space. Not necessarily invite. I feel like invite is not a good word, because it's like you're not telling them to come into that space. They're kind of already coming in, but you kind of need to give them like a warm welcome. Like, you could have a seat at the table type. I'd say less inviting and more welcoming, because even with the artists that I really like Frank Ocean, I've listened to his entire discography, like almost his entire. I feel like you never truly listen to Frank Ocean's like entire discography, because it's scattered literally everywhere. And then there's like unreleased here, there's leaks here, leaks there, especially since he hasn't dropped in so long. So it's like really hard. Like, if he had a proper concise discography to where it's like all maybe on one platform, you could find everything on Spotify, then it'd be easier. Like, I've listened to everything he has on Spotify, but I've also listened to things SoundCloud. Okay, I've also listened to things on like SoundCloud, or just like snippets on TikToks. I've listened to things on YouTube. Like, girl, I'm in deep. I'm in deep. Like, genuinely, I'm in deep. I'm in so deep that like if he drops anything, I might just like, I'm probably gonna glaze. Like, don't ask me. This is how I feel about Tyler the Creator too. I'm like, guys, don't ask me if I like a new Tyler the Creator song. Like, I'm probably gonna say it's a bomb. Like, I'm probably gonna say it's great. And that's just because I like the dude. Like, honestly, guys, like, you know, when you like something so much, it's like, I don't know if I could look at this objectively. I just really, I like it. You know, kind of part of my identity now, kind of part of my personality. But I say all this to say, because whenever I started listening to Frank Ocean, I didn't know any of his like unreleased songs. Like, I started listening to him because I really liked I think it was Thinking About You. Thinking About You. I really liked that song for a while. That was my like favorite Frank Ocean song, and I'd be like, yeah, I listen to Frank Ocean, and I'd be like talking about Thinking About You. But there's this whole ethics politics thing, and in the fan base, people, if you say that's your favorite song, they're like, oh, you don't listen to Frank Ocean for real. Your favorite song is what? Pink Matter? You don't listen. Self Control? You don't like. Sometimes, guys, that's what you need to like. That's the door. That's the window. That's the door you need to step through. You know, just to like find out. To like, the more you dig, that's not gonna be your favorite song. That's what they mean, honestly. Not to advocate for, like, not to be the devil's advocate, but like, guys, that's what they mean when they say, oh, this can't be your favorite song. It's like, the more you dig, you dive in there, you're gonna see there's so much better than what's mainstream. But what's mainstream is also really good. That's why it's mainstream. My throat still closes up whenever I hear like Self Control, like Poolside. Like, I literally, like, my ears start ringing whenever I hear, to this day, whenever I hear Self Control. And Thinking About You, like, I still think it's like a chill, like, it's still on my playlist, still a very chill, cool tune, but not my favorite. Definitely not my favorite Frank Ocean songs. But for a while, like, I would get called a poser because that was my favorite. Like, I had just started listening to the guy, you know? That was my window. That was my door. So let people have their windows, their doors. Let people walk through their doors and be on their own journeys of, like, getting deeper into the subculture, finding out about this artist, getting deeper into it. You don't need to police them out of it, like literally push them out of the subculture, so much so that they don't really get to like dive in and fall in love with it and like fall in love with the different parts. Let them come in, you know, get comfortable, and then like maybe diving niche, like maybe you can listen to like Strawberry Swing, Cyanide, like, you know, just you get deeper. But people are not even letting you do that anymore these days. And we need to not forget that every master was once a beginner. Not to be on my Kung Fu Panda quoting train or whatever, but like literally every master was once a beginner. So yeah, let people like what they like. Let people enjoy what they enjoy. How you gonna tell me I'm a poser? What if you're the poser? And before you became an expert, wouldn't you have been considered a poser? You know? And just because you know more Nirvana songs does not mean Smells Like Teen Spirit is not a bop. Like, ooh. Oh my god, I feel so old. No one even uses bop like that anymore. Oh my god. Wait. Okay, like, I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. Thank you for watching, guys. Like, if y'all like this, comment this emoji. If you made it all the way to the end, big, wet, juicy kiss for you. This is Rosee signing out. Bye.